Glad to have you here with us on the Retirement Key with Abe Abich, founder of Abich Financial Services, retirement planner, financial advisor, husband, dog dad. You got lots of to-dos. Book author.
Yeah.
This is very exciting about your new, as I'm smacking my microphone around out of enthusiasm. The Retirement Mountain, the 7 steps to a long-lasting retirement is finally in my hands.
It is out there now.
I get to have lots of conversations with you behind the scenes. So I get to razz you a little bit and be like, finally, how long have you been talking to me
Off
about
and
this
on for about
book?
3 years now. And finally just all came together here in 2024. So I'm really excited to get it in as many hands as possible to help people, kind of give them a guide.
Yeah. I'm excited about your guide, how long you've been working on it, and to see that it's only 100 pages. Because a lot of times books like this can be really long, and you look at it, it's daunting. The whole thing about retirement planning can be daunting by itself. So somebody's going to hand you a 500-page book, and you're like, what?
No one's going to read a 500-pager. Yeah, this probably can be read in 90 minutes. So short in a good way, actionable, precise, clear about the differences between phase 1 and phase 2, climbing up your retirement mountain, descending down your own retirement mountain. And I hope the book can act as a guide, and us as a Sherpa, to help our clients and prospective clients through phase 2 retirement years.
Well, if you want to read up more about the book, you can go to our website, theretirementkey.com, click on the media tab. There's a link right there on the drop-down menu titled book, and that's where you can see more about the book. We have it for sale on Amazon. You can buy it. For those that do choose to meet with you and your team and have a review and schedule an appointment and have that appointment, we can get you a copy of the book complimentary.
That's
right. So lots of ways for you to access all the information that you have worked so hard to put together.
That's right. Book. And actually the e-version, the digital version, someone can download for free in exchange for their email.
Nice. Okay. That's on the website as well, underneath that book link. So the retirementkey.com, again, is where you can go to learn more about the book. Let's talk about the subject of income, something that you cover in this book. I think you were telling me it's chapter 13.
That's right.
And there was one specific area talking about annuity. It's like Annuities 101. There's this subject in the book on page 83.
Right.
And that's what I actually wanted to ask you about, because the benefit of annuities is something that you and I have had conversations about on the radio program week to week. We've had conversations on the podcast about it, because annuities can be complicated, because some people have heard bad stories. I know.
Said the A word. How dare Come on now. How dare you? How dare you? I'm just going to end this podcast now.
Hang up. Click. The idea about annuities, it can be controversial. Some people actually have visceral reaction. Some people have war wounds, scars from having been sold a bad annuity in the past.
I know. Yeah, but that's unfortunate.
Something else that we always talk about is there is no perfect place to put your money. Cash can work against you. Cash can work in the phases of inflation that we've seen as of late. Cash can work against you. There's no perfect stock. There are ups and downs to bonds. There's no perfect thing.
That's right.
The idea is finding a blend of these items within a portfolio.
That's right.
And making them work for you.
Yes.
As perfectly as possible. Nothing is perfect, but we're going to make it. We're going to, shoot for the moon, land amongst the stars. So let's talk about annuities.
Sure.
Because they offer guaranteed income for life.
Right.
That's obviously the main idea behind them. But there are other ways that annuities can solve trickier financial problems. So speak to that. What do we need to know about that? But what do a lot of people not know?
You know what, Heather? I think a lot of people want a lot of what annuities provide.
Yeah.
Without knowing they're purchasing an annuity, meaning without like they hear the word annuity, a lot of people, and they say, and
they shut down.
You
can sit there and tell them all these things that it might be offering. They're like, yeah, I want that. And then you say, great, it's an annuity. And then they're like, no, I don't want that.
But here's what our clients tell us they want. Abe and the team, I'm coming to you because I have a few $1,000,000 saved. I'm in my 60s. I'm retiring soon. I want to protect what I've just worked the last 30 to 40 years to build. Can annuities protect what you've just worked the last 30 to 40 years to build? Absolutely, they can. They can provide total principal protection depending on the type of annuity. Abe and the team, I want to preserve what I just worked the last 30 to 40 years to build. I want to save, make sure my money's there in my 80s or 90s, and whatever's left, I want my kids and grandkids to get. Or I don't want anything to go to my kids and grandkids. They're set. They're doing really well. They're making more money than we are.
Bounce that last
And
check.
guess what the annuity can do for you then? The right kind of annuities. It can help you spend down all of your assets. If you want to create guaranteed income or very reliable, dependable income for you to enjoy it over your life. So you're not 90 with $12 million wishing you had spent it in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, right?
Yeah.
Protection. Abe and the team, I want to protect what I built. I want to preserve what I've built. I want to grow what I built, but also I want to sleep at night. Well, if you want to grow what you've built and sleep at night, that's probably not a 100% stock portfolio, because a 100% stock portfolio is going to grow it, but you're not sleeping at night, because you can be up 30 one year, you can be down 30 the next year. Well, then you need a combination. Yes, of course, we believe in stocks. That can grow your money. That's a great growth tool, is a stock or a portfolio of stocks, ETFs, growth-focused investments. But our clients are saying they want both growth, protection, preservation, income, sleep insurance. I want to be able to sleep at night, Abe. Abe, I'm coming to you and the team because I don't want to lose 20 to 30%. So what then are we going to implement inside the portfolio in someone's life savings that can protect the downside, so that if the markets and when they go down 20, 30, 40%, we're not losing 20, 30 to 40% on everything? Well, specific types of annuities can do just that. I'll name a few of them. A fixed rate annuity. They're called MIGAs, or multi-year guaranteed annuities, are kind of like a CD on steroids. All right. A certificate of deposit, a bank CD, you $100,000 with Bank of America, you might be able to get 4% right now, right? Or at another bank, maybe 4%. A fixed rate annuity for the same term, maybe a 2-year CD and a 2-year fixed rate annuity, will probably be able to get a little more interest and yield at an insurance company than a bank. But it can provide the same thing, right? That stability, that protection. So a fixed rate annuity can oftentimes be good for a retiree. A fixed indexed annuity could be good for a retiree. This could act as a bond alternative, right? The traditional way that retirement planners put together a retirement plan portfolio is stocks and bonds. Oftentimes that works. It's worked a lot in the past, but in 2022 and 2023, we found out it did not work.
Got it.
Because of the whole interest rate situation. And when interest rates rise, which they rose 11 times, bond values fall. And in the year 2022, for the first time in 50 years, both stocks and bonds fell simultaneously. There was nowhere to hide for any American unless they were in cash and things like that.
Right.
So the right type of annuity, usually a fixed indexed annuity, can be a great bond alternative, providing that protection, reasonable growth, principal protection. Fixed index annuities can also provide that guaranteed lifetime income. If someone doesn't have a pension, someone's got $1 million to $2 million, they've got Social Security, but they want or need more guaranteed income, income that can last them the rest of their lives no matter what. A fixed index annuity with an income rider could provide that. What are the ones that are the bad ones? The variable annuities are typically the ones that are frowned upon, that are poo-pooed. We typically don't like them because in the 1980s, insurance companies had combined both the stock market and an insurance product in one product. We totally keep them separate, right? Okay, here's your money at risk, Heather. Here's your money that you can depend on. Don't commingle them. It's absolutely unnecessary and silly. But a variable annuity does just that. It's an insurance product, an annuity that's invested in the stock market. So when the markets go up, they'll go up. When the markets go down, they'll go down. And then you've got high fees because you've got a product that's very complex.
But that's not to be confused with a fixed index annuity, because fixed index annuities are also tied to the market. In a sense, you can earn the market ups, but there's protection on the downside. So that's what we need to know, the difference between the variable and the fixed.
Yeah, right. There's some technical terms there. So fixed indexed annuities typically have 100% principal protection on the downside, which means they can never lose money on the down because the markets went down. But that also means, Heather, that we can't anticipate 8, 9, 10, 12% returns. That's never going to happen in a product where you have principal protection. What is the norm? Probably to make about 4 or 5%. Maybe you can do a little bit better than you could on a bond fund with principal protection Where in a bond fund, when rates rise, bond values go down.
Okay.
You see? So it's not there to compete with your stocks and your growth positions and your risky positions in your portfolio. It's there to complement all the risk you're taking in your portfolio.
Because this gets back to the whole idea of the blend. I mean,
Yep.
I'm sure that it's happened.
Yeah.
Never say never, but very, very rarely do you meet a person that you would recommend being 100% in annuities
No
or
way.
100% in stocks.
No
There's like
way. Heck
finding this
no.
blend for growth, for
Absolutely.
protection. That's what you have to look for your retirement portfolio.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would not be under the fiduciary standard. No one would allow that. Any regulatory authority would frown on that and would write that up. That's definitely a no-no, because you don't want all your money in any one thing. But you know what? Look how many people come to us with all their money in stocks.
Right.
And so they don't know any better. And a lot of people do know better, and they come to us saying, hey, I want to change this. I know that this is, the way I invested when I was 40 is not how I should be invested when I'm in my 60s.
Right.
So there are lots of different types of annuities. I think it all comes down to education.
Yeah.
And in a common Abich financial portfolio, you're going to see various instruments being used. Sometimes annuities, sometimes fixed income, treasuries, short-term bonds, usually, definitely dividend-paying stocks, tactically managed ETFs, structured notes. That could be for another podcast. Really interesting tools. And ultimately, when you see a portfolio of ours, you'll see 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces working together in a comprehensive plan. That's what we really like, and that's what our clients really like. Then you're not leveraging and depending on a certain tool too much to provide an outcome.
Got it.
Yep.
Working to educate you on what your options are, what your opportunities are, what kind of blend would work best for you, your goals as individual. Every plan that they build at Abich Financial Services is built differently. It's customized to each person that they meet with. So if you have questions about adding protection, how annuities could work for your portfolio, the different kinds of annuities, if you're worried about annuity that you might have, having an annuity x-ray is something that you guys
Absolutely
can do, because you're
happens
not
all the
locked
time
into it. People, I think, also think that, well, I got this one thing and it's what I've got now.
and I'm
You're
stuck.
not necessarily locked into it.
That's right. Especially Heather, if someone bought one of these things 10, 15, 20 years ago, which is oftentimes the case.
Yeah. So we can take a look at that too and show you that you might have opportunities to get another annuity to replace it.
Sure.
Is that the right way to the language to use it?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about like this iPhone, right? This is the iPhone 16 Pro. This thing, just came out. This thing can pretty much drive my car now, right? But when did these things come out? 2007, I think. 15, 20 years ago, they didn't exist, right? I mean, to think about carrying around a phone with you 20 years ago, 25 years ago was like unheard of. Your phone's in your house. Your phone's at work. What do you mean carry a phone with you? This thing can now almost drive my car. Well, financial products and investments change too. They don't change that drastically, usually over a 15 or 20 year period, but they improve. They get more efficient. Costs are lowered. They're more flexible, more user friendly, more client friendly. And something you bought 10 plus years ago you need to look at it, right? And see if it can be improved.
Got it. TheRetirementKey.com is where you can go to start this conversation with Abe and his team. If you have questions about what could work for you, you want an annuity x-ray, you want to understand more about creating income streams for your retirement plan, let's get to work on that. We also have links posted in the show notes, so you can just click there, or again, it's TheRetirementKey.com.